All right, what's going on today, YouTube? Welcome back to your favorite cyclist YouTube channel. This week, we're taking a look at the ICEFOX Action camera. But before I get into today's video, if you are new to my channel, make sure you head down below, hit that subscribe button for me. If you already are subscribed, make sure you hit that bell icon right next to that. That way you get notified every time I upload. That way you don't miss any of this awesome cycling content on this channel. Today we are taking a look at the ICEFOX UHD 4K Action camera here. These guys reached out to me and wanted me to try this out, see what I thought of it, and show you guys some other options for action cameras out there. So let's go ahead and we'll open this guy up. So it's a 4K action camera. Supposedly it's got some cool stuff in here. Let's see what we got, and then we'll test it out here in the garage, test it out on the trail a little bit, see how it does out on like harder conditions and action conditions, and we'll see how this camera stacks up versus a lot of other cameras out there. So let's go ahead and open this guy up. First off, I like the packaging on this. It's a clean box, clean packaging. I have opened this, I had to charge batteries, but it's really clean packaging. I like the look of it. It's better than some of them that have like the blister packaging. Pretty nice. So inside of here, we got the user's manual. Pretty good. We'll throw that off to the side there. We do have a battery charger, which is really nice, USB-C. You can put 2 batteries in there, and this does come with 2 batteries. Really nice for an action camera to come with 2 batteries. There's one of them right there. The other one's actually in the camera. They're not ridiculously light like I've had in the past. And it's kind of nice to, they actually have a little bit of heft to them. That's good. And it's nice to have 2 batteries. When you're out, you can then swap your batteries and get double the length of time, I guess, of recording versus just having 1 battery or an internal battery where it's out of where when it runs out, you're kind of sunk. You can't use your camera anymore. So kind of nice. It comes with 2 separate batteries in there. We have, of course, the camera itself here. So that's the camera. So it does come in this little, what'd you call it, waterproof case. I guess you call it element proof case. I've had these before on previous cameras. They work pretty good. Not the greatest for mountain biking because it kind of cuts your sound out, but there's our actual camera there. Nice and small guy. That's actually a pretty small form camera. You got your power button up on the top. On the side, you have a mode button and then a down button. There's your microphone on that side, right? Actually, one of these is your microphone. There's either a microphone right there or a microphone on that side right there. USB-C, so you can plug this in itself, and then a micro SD card in there too. So we'll get to the camera in just a second. We're gonna keep looking at what's all in this box. Set the camera off to the side. So it does come with a mount here as well as the case right there. Otherwise in here, nothing in that, just a plastic container. Let's open this guy up here. Throw the box in the corner. All right, so in the accessory box, comes with pretty much everything you need. So it has this backing. Okay, so it has this backing for the case. So this backing has the holes on the back so you can get some audio through. I've used this before. Seems to work okay. It's got a remote that comes with it. That's kind of cool. Okay, comes with a remote for the camera. Comes with a, I'm assuming that's like a helmet. It's like a sticky mount with a 1/4-inch adapter. 1/4-inch adapter is kind of interesting. Let's see, got a charging cable. You have the strap for the remote right here. You have one of the little mounts for the side. Oh, here's a clip mount right here. So you can clip it onto whatever you got. Okay, cool. You have a couple more twisty things here so you can angle your camera however you need to. Okay, there is an open frame case. Probably what we're going to try this camera with because I've used those in the past as well. We have another twisty thing so you can angle your camera. We have another mount here. This is the kind of mount I like to use on my chesty. Personally, we have some zip ties and some sticky things and a cleaning cloth. This thing's packed full of accessories. Jeez. Okay, so you've got a bag of straps, probably for strapping some mounts in here that are still in here. You have another helmet sticky mount there. You have your 1/4 turn mounts right there. These are pretty handy to have. I use these actually pretty frequently. Just I'm at my GoPro up to tripods or whatever that may be. You have your handlebar mount, your pole mount in there, and that's all you got in there. So let's go ahead. It's time to take a look at the camera. So you got all sorts of accessories in there, pretty much everything to get started with doing action shots, recording with your action camera. Pretty much anything you need is going to be in there, and then of course you can upgrade and get other things in the future. Like I've done for my setup, I've gotten I started off with kind of a kit similar to this, and then I've upgraded and gotten new things and gotten different things to better film after that point. So let's take a look at the ICEFOX camera itself here. So the ICEFOX camera, so it's actually a pretty small form-wise. Right at the bottom, you got the battery right down there, so you can pull the battery in and out right at the bottom. Nice open closure. It actually has a quarter turn mount kind of off on the end, which is something you don't see very often with action cameras, the quarter turn mount. So it does have that. You can kind of see everything a little closer. There's your USB-C and your micro SD in there. I did have to put my own micro SD. It doesn't come with one. No big deal though. And yeah, so it does have a screen on the front and it has a screen on the back. So let's go ahead. We'll turn it on with the power button right up here on the top. Let's see what happens here. So you got the ICEFOX logo. There it is. There's kind of the video on there. So this screen is a touch screen. Let's see. There you go. So the screen is a touch screen on here, which is kind of nice. So you can change your playback right here if you have something hanging around. There's our video. It does have digital zoom on here up to 5 times, so you can zoom in. So you have that. It tells you how much storage is left on the memory card, so 14.5 gigs. Normal video, this is shooting in 4K, like I said. You can choose between normal video, slow video, loop video, time lapse, photo, auto timer photo. You can connect it to Wi-Fi, or you can connect it to your phone via Wi-Fi. We'll do that in just a second. They do have an app that connects to this really well, so we'll get to that in a second here. Other than that, there's your power button. You can lock it, the Wi-Fi again. Okay, so there is 4, so we'll shoot max, looks like 4K, 60 frames per second. We got some memory cards may be too slow for that. I don't know. Don't really normally shoot in 4K, 60 frames per second. That's kind of, I don't need that. 30 frames is going to be about normal. You can shoot 2.7, 1080p, 720p. You can go 720 by 120. That's slow. That's going to be really good for slow-mo shots. And that's going to be kind of the base there. We're going to test this thing at the 4K, 30 frames per second. Because that's what it is. It's a 4K action camera. We'll see how good that footage actually comes out on here. I mean, the front screen doesn't do anything. Maybe I did something wrong. I don't know. Maybe we'll look in the user guide. Or maybe we got to connect to the app. Ooh, maybe we got to connect to the app. Okay. Let's try and connect this thing to the Wi-Fi to the app. See if maybe that turns the screen on or something. Okay, so the app for this guy is called Snap Pro. So we've already downloaded that here. So we already got that downloaded. We're going to go ahead and connect the camera. So this is the i8. So we'll connect that to the Snap Pro i8. Okay. Follow the instructions. Turn on your camera's Wi-Fi. Okay, so now we need to go into our Wi-Fi settings here. So Wi-Fi is starting. Okay, easiest password ever. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Connect. Okay, so we are connected to the Snap Pro now. Next step. So let it kind of do its thing, I guess. Okay, so it doesn't work. It's connected and it just doesn't do anything. I mean, it has all the info. It works really good up to that point, and then it just doesn't. It's just stuck there. So, okay, well, I guess that doesn't work. So we'll let's just try using it as the camera. Let's see what happens. Okay, so far, we're kind of striking out a little bit. Everything that makes this camera different than a bunch of other ones isn't really working. So the screen's not working. The Wi-Fi doesn't work. The app doesn't work because it can't connect to the Wi-Fi. So that doesn't work. The redeeming quality of this is that video is good. If it video is good, cool. And that's totally a possibility. Could video good. So we're going to try and film it right here in the garage first. We're going to see how it films just in here. And then we'll throw it on the bike. Well, then we'll throw it on. I have my chest mount, my GoPro chesty. We'll throw that on and we'll actually take it for a ride and see how it does there. See how it does with a little bit of... It's no longer windy, so we're pretty good on that. So it was super windy. It was super windy when I first got this. I've given it a shot. I didn't film when it was ridiculously windy because that blew out any of my camera mics I have normally. So I gave this a shot. It's not windy today, so we can go test this out and see how it does in actual action camera situations. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to switch over to the ICEFOX. It doesn't have any beep telling it actually recorded and nothing on the front saying it's recording. But that should be recording on the ICEFOX here. So you kind of see the bikes behind me. see everything in the garage. I do have a light on my camera right in front of me here. So we do have a light right there, kind of providing us some light. It looks like my LEDs may be messing with the lens, with the sensor a little bit. So I do have LED lights all up here, and that kind of looks like they may, we'll find out in the actual recording, but that may be messing with the image quality. But this is how the image and sound quality sounds just inside the garage. Works pretty good. See how well you can see different colors of bikes back here. On the other camera, you can see them really well. On any other camera, it has really good light, really good color depth and everything, so you can really see the colors of the bikes and all the stuff going on back here. Should be able to hear me pretty good from behind as well. Go see how wide this shot actually is. You check out the Norton here. Bike's doing great. And we'll go ahead and end that there, and we'll go ahead and we'll head outside and try and do some little bit of trail on this. We'll throw it on the chest mount so you guys can get the best shot there. We'll see how that electronic image stabilization does, see how the footage is, see how the audio is, and then we'll come back, review the footage, and we'll give our final thoughts on this camera. Okay, so I think we're recording. So I got it in the open frame on their own mount because the fingers are too small on there to fit my normal mounts. So it's on their own mount, recording, I think. It's kind of how I normally have this, kind of upside down, but I have the camera facing up. That way I don't have to worry about trying to flip this. It's just going to be the footage we get. On the chesty, we're going to take the Norton out down the street, and we'll see how the camera does in this short little ride here. We're not doing anything crazy, but we are going to do something that's kind of normal, I feel like. So we'll just do some pedaling first. So right now, hopefully it just hears tire noise. And we'll see how well it's recording me too. So, looking at position-wise, you guys should have a pretty good view of the handlebars and the trail here. So let's give it a shot. Let's see how it records. Hopefully it's even recording my sound right now. All right. All right. All right, so I had the chance to talk to the guys over at ICEFOX about some of the issues I was having with the camera, and we found solutions to, I think, all of them. And I'll be real, some of them were user error on my part. So, first thing, let's go ahead and open this back up here. It's been a week or so. All right, so first thing we noticed with the ICEFOX camera was filming inside of here. With LEDs, it had a lot of flickering going on. I said, there's probably a setting in here you could change to fix that. Yeah, I found a setting to fix that. It's called the Hertz setting. It was set at 50 Hertz. All of my lights are 60. This is kind of how things are. Most are 60. I think everything in my house is 60 hertz, so I don't know why it was set 50, but it was. So if we go ahead and record now with it, you guys can see that it looks better. It's not flickering all over the place. See, it looks way better. Still not colorful as much, but it doesn't flicker in the LEDs like it was before. So, problem solved. My fault. Didn't go in the settings and figure that out before. So it will work with LEDs. They figured that out. They have the settings in there to make it work. The next thing we noticed was the front screen never does anything. And if you're coming from a GoPro or you've seen a GoPro before, you know that both screens are normally on, and that's honestly what I was expecting with this camera, was that both screens would just always be on. And it makes it so you can either look from the front or the rear. That's not the case with the ICEFOX camera here. On the ICEFOX, there's actually an M button on what will be one of the side buttons here. There's actually an M button. It's the top one. This is nowhere in the instructions does it say this. My daughter figured this out while she was messing with buttons on the camera, how to get it to flip back and forth. So what you do is you actually hit that M button, you hold it for 3 seconds. Let go, and it switches over to the front screen. You guys see it there. You might go see yourselves. So that's how that works, and then your front screen works from then on. You can use it like a selfie camera, and it works. You know, it's really small, but you know, it gives you the basic information you need. It tells you how much time you have, how much storage you have, what settings you're at, and the battery life. Essentially is all you really need, and it shows you a picture of what it is. And then if we go ahead and we hit start recording, it actually has that red icon. I know that's something I mentioned when I was recording and doing my test demo on this, was that there's nothing on the front saying it's recording. There's your thing on the front that says you're recording right there. So it does have a front screen, and then, you know, to switch back, you just push that M button again for 3 seconds. The front screen goes black, and it will light up the rear again, and you'll be able to use the rear screen. So again, not in the instructions anywhere. Kind of difficult to know that when you want to be able to figure that out. When a toddler figures it out before I do, either that says something about me or something about the camera. I'm not going to say which one. So that was one of the other issues I had. The last issue I had was it would not connect to the app. And I found that out, and I don't like the solution to that. So I tried to connect to the app through Wi-Fi, and it should have just connected via Wi-Fi like it said it was going to, except it doesn't. And the problem is, if you have Wi-Fi and a mobile data going at the same time, it will not connect. You have to turn off your mobile data for it to connect to the camera. So it does connect. It shows you pretty much, there's not much to do on the app. It pretty much just shows you a preview of what's going on the camera. So it's something you can do on the screens here, but it does work. Why don't I like that though? I don't like that you have to turn your mobile data off. Most of the time when I'm recording, I feel like a lot of us when recording, we use our phone for maps, for Trail Forks, Strava, recording a ride, whatever that may be. We need the mobile data on our phone for data, to access internet and maps and things like that, more than we need access to the camera. So if you want to be able to do both at the same time, you can't do both at the same time. It's either one or the other. And I don't quite understand why that's the case, as I've owned multiple action cameras and I have no problem with connecting to those with mobile data on. So beyond the point, you can connect to the app. It does work. The app is going to just give you an extra preview on your phone, so it's kind of nice to get the camera, you know, if you have it on your chest here, it's nice to be able to view here and see if it's angled correctly, or up on your helmet, make sure it's angled correctly. It is kind of nice for those situations. So ultimately, my thoughts on the ICEFOX. I think it's a good camera for someone just starting off and wanting to just film some things out there. Now, is cycling or mountain biking the best application for this? I don't feel that's the case. I don't feel like this is the best application for mountain biking. Mountain biking, you generally want a large field of vision, and you're kind of close to the trail is kind of one of the issues. And without that wide angle, you pretty much just see, like I said, you just see the trail, your bike, or the sky. And you don't get a good feel of everything going on around you, which really comes from a very wide angle lens. Now, if you want something where you have 2 screens, you have pretty decent stabilization to it, this camera is not bad. It's not a horrible camera. You can definitely use it. It would work. Cycling is probably not the best application for it though. So take that how you will. You guys saw how the footage was in this video. Take your own judgment. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Big thanks to ICEFOX for sending me out the camera so I can test it out, see how it works. It's been a while since I've tested out a new camera and seeing if it's any good for cycling application. If you guys are interested in checking out the ICEFOX camera for yourselves, I'll have a link in the description down below. You can check it out if you like, see if it fits your application a little better than mine. If you guys enjoyed the video, or at least found it somewhat entertaining, give this video a big thumbs up, appreciate the support. Any comments or questions, let me know down in the comment section below. Love talking to you guys, love answering questions you guys have, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching today.